You could only imagine the deeds that I've done. What could you, a Jedi, possibly do to rival my deeds? I committed incest. Luke Skywalker is a pivotal character in the Star Wars universe as the saga revolves around his role alongside his life. This is evident with his birth, rise, and redemption, just like that of his father Anakin Skywalker's rise, fall, and redemption. With Luke's return in the season finale, it was obvious that the stock prices for figure manufacturers would be on the rise as stakeholders eagerly anticipated the release of their new good. And of course, here's Bandai with their iteration of Luke Skywalker. While Bandai does have its hiccups, that does not apply to the Star Wars line as they spared no expense when replicating the likeness of their live-action counterparts. When looking at the head, especially the hair, you can see that it's clearly brunette, accurate to how Luke was depicted in the episode. Looking at the face, forget about screen accuracy. Luke here looks nothing like his PS3 counterpart as depicted in The Mandalorian, instead more akin to him depicted in the Book of Boba Fett. In doing so, it is the best depiction of a 6-inch Luke figure in the market, as of now, and also depressing as even a fellow like this turns to this, making you wonder... Looking at the outfit, it's the outfit Luke wore in Return of the Jedi with just a tab of Jedi robes on top. Perfectly portrays Luke's dual nature as a Jedi with personal experience in the darkness, especially involving family matters.
I am your father.
You also have Luke's belt, which this time is colored, allowing Luke to place his father's lightsaber. And I gotta say, this is impressive because there's no paint blotch whatsoever, and I can actually accept it for what it is. Not an uncolored piece of shit. Now, with Bandai ramping on the Star Wars license, the accessory department has been on a run lately, unlike their Monster Arts counterparts. First, let's talk about hands. Luke comes with a lot of hands. First, fists, to beat up the elderly. Open hands for attempted misogyny.
なんでしょうか?
Tits. You also have semi-folded hands for people who are fans of kung fu movies. You also have slapping hands in order to reenact.
Up to him, very firmly, I approach him, and I'll give Bandit C a hard slap on the face.
Oh, you guy just slapped the shit out of me!
That ain't how you treat a maiden. You keep that maiden out of your wagon!
And of course you have holding hands in order to hold Luke's green-colored lightsaber.
Obvious that this contest cannot be decided by our knowledge of the Force, but by our skills with a lightsaber.
Luke's lightsaber being green resonates as a mature Jedi. This is due to the fact that it represents that Luke is no longer the immature and naive boy that was raised on Tatooine, alongside the fact that he doesn't want to be associated with the weapon that was used to butcher children.
I have seen a security hologram of him killing younglings.
Master Skywalker, there are too many of them. What are we going to do?
Oh, I also can't forget the fact that lightsaber has two separate modes. The first mode is basically the lightsaber not ignited, which is great when Luke is just walking around without his weapon being a distraction or whatsoever. The second mode is basically when Luke is just wielding his lightsaber and slashing it upon any foes. This is great, especially considering that it's great when you want to actually pose Luke in a diorama or you just want to play with this lightsaber flickering around. And I can clearly say this is a big improvement over the previous Return of the Jedi Luke, which, let's be honest, there weren't many accessories to begin with. Oh, I almost forgot to mention the cape. While the cape is basically your average black cape, I have to say that Bandai didn't really improve upon the capes, especially the previous Kylo Ren cape, which it wasn't the best, but it was fine. But this one is basically just a hassle to wear and pose, so, I usually just pose Luke without the cape. Now, let's talk about articulation. What can I say about articulation when it comes to SHF? The head is basically an anti-aircraft gun as it can freely move around without any difficulties whatsoever. The body, is decent and also can do an ab crunch, which is impressive, especially considering previous SHF. Oh, when looking at the shoulders, he can clearly do a shoulder press. Elbows, of course, a 90-degree bend. Hands. My hands are so free that I can come. We have a wide leg spread, a great knee bend, and of course, a toe bend. While Luke being your average sized Caucasian male,
Too short for a stormtrooper.
Emotional damage!
here's short boy next to Gunpla, Monster Arts, fellow Figuarts, and of course Figma. In the end, what can I say that I haven't already stated? Fantastic details, wide range of articulation, and a diverse array of accessories. It just makes it a perfect figure, and probably the best version of Luke out there right now.
Look what you have made.
I am a Jedi, like my father before me.
Failure!